Okay, so last night I had a really strange night and I have no idea why I'm even posting this video because it's not something that I'd actually want people to know. But yeah, I was basically just on the internet most of the evening, so I wasn't really sleeping or anything. But I went to sleep about 11 and then I woke up an hour later having this really strange dream that Gwen Stefani was like messing with my hair or doing something like that to it, and I wanted to just kind of flatten it and go like that, but I couldn't because I couldn't move my arms. And then I had a dream that I don't know, something was like sitting on, like a ghost was sitting on me and tried to touch me or whatever. And then I woke up that like second, and the second I woke up, the bedroom door just slammed closed, and it was so like realistic that it made me feel like maybe my roommate had just tried to touch me or something. Like he hadn't, and he's not that type of person, and I don't even know him that well, but he's definitely not. But yeah, it was just really strange because it felt like it was actually happening, and that's not the first time that that's happened. And anyway, I don't know what happened then, but I went to go and sit downstairs in the TV area. The Australian guy was there with this other girl, and we were just watching music for about 2 or 3 hours. I couldn't sleep after, and yeah, so I think I went to sleep at around I went back to the room about 3:30, so I was probably down there for about 3.5 hours. And she was, I think we were watching, there was a few films or something that were just really crap and pretty much just about suicide. And then she started playing song after song after song, and every one of these songs just seemed to be extremely low in frequency. Like I don't know, like Lana Del Rey, only a male version of it, and really really depressing, seriously depressing, and clearly only about suicide. And I kept asking the girl, can you get something a bit more happier or a bit more, something that's a bit more cheerful. And she couldn't. Every single thing that came up, there was an Eminem song that was a really depressing song, but it had this horrible cartoon of a guy with blood dripping out his eyes, and it was just like, what are you doing? And just every song that she played was just incredibly depressing and made me feel really shit. And then there was a couple of songs where this big message on the board was saying, "Leave, get out now." And at the time, I was kind of thinking I really wanted to just go on Big Brother or just attempt to get in the show. And I couldn't work out if this message saying "Leave, get out now" was a message just for me to just get away from this girl who was constantly playing suicidal songs on the screen, or if it was for me to leave and get out of the hostel and go to try and get into the Big Brother show. And but yeah, and then I noticed she had a big tattoo on her leg, and I was like, oh, what does that say? And then she said, "Cry baby." So she's got a massive. Who has a massive tattoo of the word "crybaby" on their leg? I mean, it reminded me of that Mariah Carey song that I posted just 2 days ago, which was the "Crybaby," or the song that's talking about cry or something. And then there was also a Big Brother clip where there was this onion, and they called it that "Crybaby," and it was. And then she started showing. I asked her what other tattoos she'd got, and there was like this black angel and just lots of roses and just very gothic stuff. But it was just everything about her was creepy and depressing, and she just made me feel like absolute shit. And then I was just like, I'm getting out of this hostel. If I was looking forward to some sort of party tonight, which was good. I had 3 burgers, which I only just about was able to eat. But yeah, I'm staying off the alcohol because last time I ended up having alcohol, ended up in hospital. And I don't even know how I did that. I'm pretty sure I just fell asleep, but who knows? I don't think I should be drinking if I'm going to be doing that. And yeah, and then I did this really good hike, and I really, really like that. The Hollywood hikes was so much, has made my day and has made everything so much better. I might even go back there, although it's inspired me to want to do a hike on the other side of the mountains because I'm pretty sure there's some really nice mountains over there. But yeah, and there was a nice guy as well that I met up on that hike, and it's a reminder that not everyone is depressive here. But yes, I'm not actually liking Hollywood, to be honest. I feel like there's some really weird shit going on here. I found something that was like star with has Anna Lee on it, and I was like, oh, that's amazing. And then I noticed that it was like quite massively broken down one of the things, and I was just thinking, okay, I haven't been looking at these stars because they annoy me because they're all going in different directions. Like you have to look on this side, you have to look on this side, and so if you're walking and trying to read it, you feel like you're constantly turning. So I just try to ignore the stars. But I did notice that one. I just came across, oh look, there's my name or something that looks like my name, but it was broken. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to look to see if there's any other stars that are broken in that kind of degree. And I couldn't find one of them. And I was just like, isn't that a really bad sign? To find something that looks so similar to your name, and you've of course been God, and then it's just like, but it's broken, and there's no other star that is broken. I mean, oh, and also when I did the Hollywood Heights, there was this big, I don't know, it's like a Halloween decoration. It's not really near Halloween. It's in Halloween's October. It's like July. It's got months away. So why is there some sort of graveyard rest in peace? Although, to be honest, that is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a rest from what it is that I'm going through. Every time I watch TV, I feel like I'm massively connecting to everything. Although because I couldn't sleep last night at all, and so I was watching quite a lot of stuff, and I just felt like I was connecting to everything, but not in a positive way, in a negative way. And I think those songs really put me in a negative mood, along with her. I can't hang around depressive people because it makes me far more depressive than I actually am. And yeah, so I've had a pretty shit night, and I didn't get into the show, and it's making me think that they aren't actually interested, and maybe I'm just delusional about the whole show, and maybe I can just start my own show, or just I don't know. I just want whatever is happening to me to end. I want a rest from what it is that I'm going through, and I don't fully know what it is that I'm going through. I just feel like it's just definitely a lot stronger here. But not in a good way. It's like stronger in a negative way. But yeah, if I have to go back to England and find that nothing's happened, then I'm just going to try and blank out the last few months and just pretend that it didn't happen. I think the strangest thing is though, when I didn't get into the Big Brother show, a lot of thoughts were going through my head. One, that maybe I'm just delusional, maybe none of this is real. And that actually felt like a pretty good thought compared to the other thoughts, which is just that maybe thousands of people subconsciously know, but only like a small handful of people literally know. And I don't know what to say, but I know that you're choosing to ignore me for some reason, and I'm trying to come up with a plan to end what it is that I'm going through, and everyone's still just ignoring me, and it's still not stopping, and I don't know how to stop what it is that I'm going through, but that literally is the only thing that I want to do right now. The only thing I want to do is just stop whatever is happening to me from happening to me, and I can't seem to do that.